Hello everyone, my name is Alex and today we're going to talk about the new synthesizer by Cherry Audio. This one is based on a really unique piece of hardware, so without further ado, let's go! This is the Elka-X, a new software synthesizer based on one of Martin Gore's favorites, the Elka Synthex. The original hardware unit on its own was pretty unique, with the capabilities of working with independent layers of sound and having a 128-step sequencer. As always, Cherry Audio modeled everything about the original unit, but they also added some effects, including their massive galactic reverb. But before going deeper into the user interface, the important question is, how does it sound? And as always, I'll let you be the judge. It sounds pretty good, and the sounds you can create are really different from one another, so this is really versatile sonically already. It has the perfect Cherry Audio sound with the uniqueness of the emulation. This synth has, at first glance, two LFOs, two oscillators, a multimode filter, envelopes, an arpeggiator, effects, a step sequencer, and more. Just with that you can get amazing sounds. The oscillators have the usual wave shapes, but you can also have pulse width modulation on both oscillators, one modulating the pulse width of the other. And yes, you can do it at the same time. Not only that, you also have ring modulation that you can apply to each oscillator. And also you can play with unison to get even bigger sounds. The filter is multimode. You have one low-pass filter at 24 dB per octave, another at 12 dB per octave. You have two bandpass filters, one at 6 dB per octave and the other at 12 dB per octave. And lastly, you have a 12 dB per octave high-pass filter. So you can choose different sounds depending on what you want, which is pretty good. But as I said, the really powerful feature of this synthesizer is that you can work with layers. With this, sound design goes deeper. Just with this synthesizer as it is, you can play with just one layer and get really good sounds. But if you want, right here you can choose between two dual layer mode. One is double, that means that the two layers operates at the same time, and the other is split, where you split your keyboard into the two different layers, so you can play different sounds with each hand. The amazing thing is that each layer is independent from one another. That means that everything that's right here on the upper part of the synthesizer, it's unique to each layer. So you can not only have different wave shapes on each layer, you can also have different frequency on the filter, different envelopes on each layer, different effects or amounts of the effects, and also independent LFOs for each layer. So you can make really interesting sounds by, well, layering two different sounds together. Even the arpeggiator is independent on each layer. And that's for me the main reason on why this synthesizer is really powerful and really interesting. Because of that, I really spent hours and hours playing around with different combinations of layers. Let's talk about the step sequencer. As I said, this is a really powerful step sequencer. You can make sequence as long as 128 steps, and not only that, you can add some rest, so you get something really unique. And it's really simple and intuitive to use. You just press rec, you start applying some notes, you can add a rest, and then you just press play. You can also put this key button so it plays only when you press a key, and you can also transpose the sequences depending on the key you're playing. Not only that, you can have 4 different sequences that you can play at the same time, giving you even more interesting rhythms and melodies. Sadly, you can assign the step sequencer just to one layer. You cannot put both layers at the same time, and you cannot make different layers, each one with their own sequencer. But that doesn't take away from the uniqueness and the creativity possibilities of the synthesizer. So, the big question, is this worth it? For me, is definitely a yes. And as always, with Cherry Audio you get really high quality for a low price. Now I have to say a full disclosure, Cherry Audio has kindly sent me this synthesizer earlier so I could make this review, but they have no say about the content of this video and they haven't even watched this review before I upload it. So the things that I say in this video are really my own opinion. I want to keep this channel 100% real. So what can I say? I love this synth. For me is one of the best that Cherry Audio has launched, and I will definitely keep playing with it. Of course, the invitation is that you try it yourself. Cherry Audio as always offer a full demo of their products, so go and check it out. Link is in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, thanks Cherry Audio for this amazing synthesizer, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!